So in today's video, we are going to see Angela Rye really go in on Chuck Schumer for his stupid decision to vote with the Republicans for the CR. Let's watch this video. We'll unpack it together throughout, and then I'll give you my thoughts in full towards the end.
This is on the question of what are the Democrats doing? How are they talking about this to the American people? Here's what Chuck Schumer said in his interview on The View. I just wanted you to listen to this.
The Republican Party is a different kettle of fish than it used to be, and that's why we're fighting them so hard. They are controlled by a small group of wealthy, greedy people. And you know what their attitude is? I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes. Or, I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers, the land and water that I own, or my employees. They hate government. Government's a barrier to people, a barrier to stop them from doing things. They want to destroy it.
That's not our playoff music.
Government is a barrier to creativity and ingenuity as a business owner. And yes, I want to pay less taxes so that I can hire more people, so that I can be more creative running my business.
I mean,
and government does not make that easy.
Absolute nonsense. You want to you want to pay less taxes so that your workers can continue to work more, and then you can make more profits for yourself. That is the reason, because the reality is, I guarantee if the government would turn around tomorrow and say, look, you can pay less taxes, I guarantee you're probably not going to increase what it is that you pay your workers.
To your point, I mean, is that really the right pitch for the moment? I mean,
he's not getting anything right now. Like, this might be a moment of rare bipartisan agreement. Chuck Schumer can go. Like, he needs to go sit down with Gen Pop at this point. He's not getting anything right. He's not talking to the American people. He could take that little voice and say, we're beating them. Doing what? By voting with them? What are you talking about, Chuck? I'm over him right now. I'm over him.
I think he could stay off the cameras. He's not helping us on our messaging. But look, I represent a district with $12 trillion of value in the heart of Silicon Valley. What I say all the time is I'm proud of economic success. I'm proud of prosperity. I'm proud of the founders. I'm proud of the innovators. But you know what? We've gone from 53rd in income inequality in this country to 128th. There are people, 25% of Americans are making less than $25,000 a year or unemployed. And if you have to pay a little bit more because we can provide people health care and education, it's not that I don't value your success, your hard work, your ingenuity, but that's the patriotic thing to do.
But nobody wants to pay taxes, right?
What I'm hearing from both.
That's such an interesting point as well, in my opinion. This is something that I have always said. I've always said this. You know, if I were to ever reach a point where I'm a very successful individual, I would be more than happy to pay more in taxes. I would be. And the reason as to why is because there's a reason as to why we're part of a society. And when you're seeing that the top 1% are getting like so wealthy, it doesn't even make sense. They're making so much money that they can't even spend, and you're seeing people on the other end of the scale that are struggling to put food on the table, having to line up. Here in the UK, this is a big thing, having to line up in queues and go to a food bank. In the States, you're seeing people on food stamps, SNAP, all these different types of benefits. There's something wrong with society. And that is the reason why society exists. We're all here to come together as a group to uplift each other so that we can at least do the basics, feed ourselves, protect ourselves, you know, have a roof over our head, have warmth, have food in our belly. So I 100% agree. If you are on the higher end in terms of income, genuinely, it should be a responsibility that you wear with pride, and you say, you know, I'm more than happy to pay in taxes. I think it was Mark Cuban who said it. I think it was Mark Cuban, who's a multiple billionaire. He said he would pay more in taxes if it means that the American people are going to be helped a lot more. So 100% agree.
Both of you, actually. He shouldn't talk about the Republicans. I hear the whacking stick coming for him from within your own party. You want him gone.
I do. He didn't say that. I will.
I'm saying it. I'm just listening.
I'm not putting that on you.
No senator is going to listen to the House.
No,
members.
I think
I own it. My name is Angela Rye, and I approve this message.
I think
Absolutely.
here's something we agree on. The whack and stick is coming for sure.
Okay, so at what point do Democrats need to then make the case to the American people that why they're paying taxes, right? I think that's underlying this. And just let's play this real quick. This is Ezra Klein talking about why this isn't working for Democrats, what Chuck Schumer just said.
Almost always the phrase of the complaint that I hear is, I am paying all these taxes and what am I getting for it? And I think that what am I getting for it is really important,
Yes.
right? People are like, what the hell am I getting for it? Look at the New York City subway. It feels like it's getting worse to me.
Look
not
at the homeless
better,
on the
right?
streets.
Look at the homeless on the streets. So
cleanliness.
there's a big dimension here. I don't think the most important question is how high the tax rate is. I think the most important question is how much people think they are getting for their taxes.
And this is top to bottom on the economic ladder, it seems. It's not just about whether taxes are high or low. I think people generally want to know, what are they getting for it? And are Democrats making that case?
I don't think the Democratic messaging is the place to look right now for guidance. I think that there are a lot of misses. This is the time where the American people writ large, whether you see a Republican town hall or a Democratic town hall like Congressman Glenn Ivey in Maryland just the other day, people want a different type of fight. I don't think people don't care. I think that is a false narrative as well. But I think we have to be clear about what we're fighting for. It's an opposition party has to have a clear message with alternatives. And I think right now it's just a rubber stamp. If you look at the Senate and the 10 senators who voted for the continuing resolution that even government employees said they didn't want. And on the House side, it's just been tame. But at least Hakeem Jeffries and others in leadership kept their party.
And I'll tell you what.
Yeah, 100%. What Angela Rye said earlier on in regards to the Democratic messaging right now isn't the place to look. I wholeheartedly agree. And that's the reason as to why when I take a look at someone like a Jasmine Crockett and I see what she's doing is working. Why do we know that it's working? Look, I see in the videos that I make in relation to Jasmine Crockett, I literally see people are rooting for her every single time. That's the first thing. Secondly, you know how the right works. You know how the Trump administration works, or anyone in and around Trump. When they start personally going for someone and starting to attack someone, you know that that person is getting to them. You know it. So what it is that Jasmine Crockett is doing, I believe the Democratic Party needs to be taking a look at that and needs to be really focusing on that and kind of joining her in what it is that she's doing, because she's hitting home. The message is getting there. You know, any video that I upload to this channel in regards to Jasmine Crockett, it does well in terms of views. And all I see in the comments is, I love Jasmine Crockett. She should run for president. So definitely right now, the Democratic Party, the messaging that they're putting across isn't working.
What we're getting from taxes for the federal government, we got Silicon Valley because of taxes to the federal government.
Tesla,
if it weren't for NASA buying semiconductors, there would be no Intel, there would be no Silicon Valley. Elon Musk is a product with Tesla of Obama's loan. He's a product of Ash Carter at the Defense Department creating SpaceX and giving him contracts. Beyond that, we got Medicaid, the largest insurance program in the world. You want that gone? We got Social Security, savings for people's retirement. We have Medicare that seniors rely on. We have the best transportation and highway system. I think Democrats have to talk about what government can do, how we can partner with the business leaders, not demonize them, to help create economic opportunity.
Yeah, so look, Angela Rye, always good to hear her speak, and she didn't hold no punches when it comes to Chuck Schumer. To be honest, I feel like nobody has. A lot of people have come out in opposition to him and says, look, it's time for him to call it a day. And I think it actually is. I definitely think the Democratic Party needs to go in a different direction now, because the way that it's working currently right now, I just feel, well, actually, it's not that I just feel, we've literally we saw the approval ratings of the Dems, and it's never been this low. It's never been this low. So something needs to happen, and it needs to happen quick, because we need momentum leading up to the midterms, but then also need momentum leading up to 2028. But as usual, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below this video. Angela Rye not holding back on Chuck Schumer. While you guys are down there in the comment section, if you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Also hit that like button, the thumbs up button, purely for the YouTube algorithm. And as usual, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.